What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Hey, everyone. What is going on? This is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. And let's get started today. And as you can see, it is Financial Friday. Yay! All right. And I've got a question for you. Where did you get your money mindset from? We're going to talk about that here on Financial Fridays on the Plan Your Greatness channel. Hey, we are back. We are here on Financial Fridays on the Plan Your Greatness channel. All right, I'm asking the question. Where did you get your money mindset? Because here on Financial Fridays on the Plan Your Greatness channel, I'm trying to lay down a foundation of really finding out how you feel about money, savings, and all things that are working in ways that we don't even realize. So my question to you is, where did it come from? Did it come from a grandparent? Did it come from your parents, which was probably passed down from your grandparents? Now, in my household, I grew up very blue collar. My dad worked at Ford Motor Company for 41 years. So the prevailing mindset in my household was you work hard, you pay bills, you take care of your family. If there's a little bit left over, maybe you go out, you'd celebrate. So there was just this very basic routine. There was nothing in the household that talked about saving, investing, even going on to college. There was none of that. So everything that I have right now, I actually picked up all of that stuff after the fact. There was nothing discussed as far as an entrepreneur. My brother Daryl was the only one that I saw remotely operating in that entrepreneurial space. So what was passed on to all my siblings was to work hard, pay bills, take care of your family, and then what was left over, do some other stuff. Because I see all my brothers doing that right now. I am the only one who has ventured out and has started looking to try to be an entrepreneur, to create businesses, to do things that are non-traditional. All right. So when you look at that, my question or my mindset is thinking, what type of mindsets are other people in? Do they grow up in a cheap mindset? Do they grow up in frugal? Is there a scarcity mindset? Is there a fear-based money mindset? Is there an extravagant mindset? Are they having discussions about savings and investing? All these different things that I'm realizing that I know now, that when you see the families that are out there that are moving ahead, there's a bit of that conversation going on. So I'm asking you guys again, where did you get your money mindset? And where do you begin looking at how do I then change it so that then what I'm passing on is something better for my children? Now, one of the names that comes to mind is Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series and a game that he created called Cash Flow Quadrant, where it looks at how it puts people in 4 specific categories. And these categories have a specific money mindset attached to it. The first one is, are you an employer? Do you have the employer money mindset? Do you have the sole proprietor mindset, which means you just own your job? Do you have the business money mindset, which you are creating systems where you've created some sort of system or business where it can run without you being there all the time? Or are you an investor money mindset, which means at either one level, one of those levels, either as an employer, sole proprietor, or a business owner, you have saved enough money to then now you can go invest in other people or invest in other business. Either you're getting money from loaning that to them, or you're getting a residual from the business doing something, like, for instance, in property. Now you're getting this cash flow every month from being the owner of the property. So where are you in that mindset? And so I have to think in terms of what I'm passing on to my children. And now that becomes a very important understanding that you and your children's mother or father or just your partner has to be on the same page as money mindset. Because in my situation, my children's mother grew up in a completely different situation where she looks at money as this very dangerous tool that if you have too much of it, or either if you have a lot of it, it was created in kind of ill-gotten ways, or that it's just not supposed to be in your possession, that it's basically just to have it, pay bills, and then just kind of struggle at that point. So you want to be very mindful of who you are actually creating children with, that you guys need to be on the same page. My kids' mom are just not on the same page. So you have to look at that person and say, can we build a money mindset together? So again, where did you get that money mindset? And then whoever you come together with, where did they get their money mindset? And can you come together? Because if you have a strong enough mindset, maybe you can dominate that other person, but you have to have that conversation. So with that in mind, I'm going back to the top. Where did you get your money mindset? Really look and see, did it come from grandparents, parents or whatever? And then how does that align with where you are right now? Because I grew out of my parents' money mindset and I have a completely different one. So now this brings me to a call to action. What I want you to do on this Financial Friday, I want you to really examine where you got your money mindset from. And I want you to really, really closely examine and see, is it moving you forward or is it restricting you? Now, I will say that my money mindset that was passed down from my parents, it was a very restrictive money mindset. And I had to create a new one that I'm going to be passing on to my kids. But I also have to remember that they are dealing with a mother who has a different mindset. So I've got to be mindful on how I'm moving it forward. I don't want to completely disregard what she has brought into the equation. I want to make sure that that's an option, but I want them to see what's the better option. Where do they want to go? And typically kids, when you give them the options and you lay out everything, they'll look at it and go, oh, logically, that just makes sense. All right. So examine the mindset, come up with your own factors and see where you got it from. And then say, okay, is this thing moving myself forward? And when you start doing that, you will absolutely, in the area of finance, you will be planning your greatness. All right. Make sure that you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Also, this is on Instagram. This is on Twitter. If you follow me on Facebook, any of those platforms, you're going to see little clips and everything. And there's also, I have a separate Hamilton tax service, something like that on Instagram. I'm actually put that link in there as well. And I will close out as I always do every week. Plan your greatness. You know why? That's why. Let's say it again. Plan your greatness. You know why? Because no one else will. I'll see you guys all next Friday on Financial Friday. Take care.
Alone. No one knew he was home.